Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for being here. And we are talking about you can become better than who you are right now. And this was something that I kind of knew, a long time ago, but I did not know how to improve my life, change, and become better. Allergies in the air, so. But hey, Christy, you can become better than how you are right now, and it was something that took me a long time to really understand. This was before all of this personal development stuff came around. And I got stuck working jobs that I hated for a long time. Part of the reason for that is I feel like that was the only thing I could do. So I ended up staying in those jobs for way too long, mess myself up, screw myself over big time. And I never had anything on the side, any type of passion on the side working on. I have things I was passionate about. Looking back now, I noticed that I was not disciplined. That might be a good reason for me not taking those steps at that time. I developed a discipline later on, but at that time I just wasn't being disciplined at the time. And price to pay for that, for not being disciplined, price to pay for not following your passion, things you're passionate about. You don't have to like it, you just need to follow it. I mean, you don't need to like the stuff that you are passionate about, but once you are passionate about it, follow it. And I realized that I need to discipline myself, and that's exactly what I did. I think that was one of the first thing I started to work on was my discipline, because I realized that I couldn't not get anything done. I started, but I never really follow through and finish anything. And that was a huge problem for me. So I start to listen to all these audios, and they will talk a lot about discipline, disciplining yourself, change your thoughts, change your life, that you need to stay with things and stick with them, because it, it can take you a lot longer than you want. Yeah. Uh, oh, thank you, Christy. Right? So things can take a lot longer than you want them to. And that was something that the number that they mentioned was 5 to 10 years for you to actually see success if you are going into any business or anything along those lines. You're gonna have to be patient. And it's also on, and there's so one guy, he said between 7 days and 7 years. That was funny. He says that. But the point is, you're gonna have to stick with it for a very long time, whatever you are trying to accomplish. And I can see the reason why so many people quit. Like this one lady was telling me a story one time about her son. um, I forgot. I think they were doing like billing and coding. I think that's what they were doing for medical billing. But anyways, he continued. She said her son continued on for a long time, for years and years and years and years and years. Right as when he quit, when he stopped doing what he was doing, that's when the thing took off, and other people were able to dominate that space. He quit just shy. You know, it's like the story 3 feet from gold. Gold when um, the gentleman came to Colorado and to find gold, and he actually found the gold, and then he went back to Virginia. And yes, it's in Think and Grow Rich, a story. So he went back to Virginia, and he got the money, everything, and they bought the equipment and all that. And then he and his nephew, who his nephew, because he has a good standing with people and good name in the community, most of that money generated to buy the equipment, to dig up, to dig up the land, to find, to get to the gold deposits or the gold veins, come from the nephew. And when they went back to the spot and started to dig, they found a little bit of gold, but it was enough, saying that this is good gold here. And then they start to dig, and then they were no success. They weren't seeing gold anymore, and they stopped 3 feet short from gold, because the fault line, they move, they shift, and when they do, then the gold moves, the gold vein moves over too as well. And eventually, so they sold the equipment to some guy, and the guy decided to go talk to some experts about why these guys did not find the gold. And he told him exactly what happened. He said they stopped short. If they continue on digging, then they would eventually run into the gold. Yeah. So the moral of the story is, we're gonna have to continue on, even when it looks like there's not a darn thing is going to happen for us. It's hard, it's tough, and even me, and many days I sit back and I'm like, oh my God, why am I even doing all what I'm doing here? What's going on? But I understand I have to continue on. I just have to continue. Like I have no other choice but to continue. So if any of you out there going through it, you have to continue on. That's just it. You know, I had some success here recently, and then boom, I realized I'm like, oh my God, I need more than what I thought I was going to need. And it was just like, dude, why are you doing this? And I understand. Have to keep going, have to keep going. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Keep on keeping on, one day at a time. You know, it's better to keep on doing something than to sit back and just give up and don't do anything at all. And that is where me and a lot of people are different. I am not gonna sit back and just give up and just don't do anything at all. I don't believe that's inside of me. Quitting is something that I truly do not. Um, I don't buy into it, into quitting. So people like to quit when things get hard, and I'm saying that's a time when you're gonna have to work. I don't. Me personally, I think you should slow down. Working hard and working harder sometimes is you are in burnout mood. I'm not trying to burn out. Slow down so that I can save energy. That is what I would recommend. Right. So continue on, day in, day out, put in the work, because there's work that needs to be done. I don't care how small it is. Continue on to do the work, right? And understand that it's a long journey. We start something in the beginning and we like it, and we're getting excited about it, man. We're gonna build this business and have all this money, and then 3 years later, 5 years later, you realize that you haven't really made that much progress. But you made a lot of progress, but not the progress that you would like to see. So that's the reason why we said, oh, at the hell with it. I'm giving up, I'm done. Not a good idea. So we have to continue on, keep on going, and quitting will never guarantee you success. Maybe you can stop and start up something else. That's fine. But to quit all entirely, it's just never gonna guarantee you success, and that's why I do not think of quitting. I don't care how hard it gets. I might be frustrated for a little while, and I sit down thinking about it. Man, it's just not happening as fast as I would like it to. And those things happen, but we have to keep on doing what we need to do. So, improve your life. That might take some time for you to start see changes, and it can get really hard as well. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Because you see, I forgot the Japanese word. I think they call kaizen. I think that's the name of it. Where you can just do a whole bunch of small things, and um, yeah, a kaizen. Yeah, you can do a whole bunch of small things over a long period of time, and then you will actually see some changes. So me personally, I think doing like, yeah, bit by bit, doing two or three things a day to improve your life. Maybe you read a couple of pages, you work out, you run, uh, you know, you're trying to work on a YouTube channel or some, or work on a side business or whatever the heck you are doing. But yeah, little little things every day. So improve your life. Can do a there are there are some things that I believe that will you can do to actually start to improve your life. Make your life a little bit better than who you are. You can improve your mood. You can improve your attitude, and improve your emotions. These are things that you can work on. You can improve your vocabulary. Improve your intelligence. You can become a little bit more smarter than you were the day before. These are things we can actually do. Things we can actually work on. Because when I first heard, the phrase personal growth, personal development, self improvement, transformation, when I first heard these phrases, I thought there was some magic button you have to push to make these things happen. And I realized that not actually, they are plain simple work, daily things you do on a daily basis. Can it get difficult? Yes, it can. But you can actually make the improvement in your life by doing the things that you need to do on a daily basis. I think Bob Proctor, he has a program one time, it's called 6 Minutes to Success. I'm like, what? Can you successfully do things, 6 minutes a day and still and change your life? And it's true, you can. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we think that we might have to do a whole lot. I like to immerse myself into certain topics and subjects. I just like to immerse myself into it. So I spent hours doing it. I took a little break right now from what I was doing, because I was trying to keep up with the war stories that's going on, and the bombings that happening and all that stuff. So I tried to, um, so I back off a little bit off of what I was doing, just so I can get in touch with the criminals to see what they are doing to human beings, because some people like to kill. I'm not sure why they do, but they do. Okay. Yeah. So I decided to, but I'm gonna jump right back into it, to what I was doing. And maybe I need to take that, take a step back so I can think at the same time. Because sometimes you need to back off a little bit so that way you can, take a look at what you are doing. Yeah, but I like to immerse myself into whatever I am doing, and I realize that's one way how to get your mind programmed for what you are doing is by immersing yourself into it. Like if you want to learn a language, one of the best way how to do that is to live in that country, to learn that language. Why? Because you immerse yourself into it. You can hear it all the time. People are speaking it around you. You will catch on to it. So by reading it, studying it, listening to it, all that stuff, you immerse yourself into it. You will catch on to that language very fast, right? Same thing here. We are talking about becoming successful. We need to hear these success stories all the time and listening to personal development materials, and while we are working on ourselves becoming successful at the same time, immerse yourself into it. It's one of the best ways. So that's just something I follow. I like to immerse myself into. Anyway, so transformation, and we're talking about improving yourself, improving your life. Some things we can work on, which I think personally, I think people should start to work on. We can start with your fitness first. I would start right there. Hybrid fitness is more preferably. Right. Yeah, eventually you embody it. That's, yeah, exactly, Christy. By immersing yourself into it. Personal fitness is where I would start. Hybrid fitness is more preferably. Because we're talking about change here. Change involves work. You cannot do the same thing and then expect to get different results. It's not going to happen. We're going to start some new things now. Hybrid fitness is what I highly recommend. Get on um, get on the journey. Uh, get on a fitness journey. It's a great place to start. So go down to the gym, start working out. Push ups, pull ups, lifting weights, all that good stuff. Put on your running shoes, hit the pavement, do some running. These are the things that actually help me to improve my life, improve my mood, improve my attitude, improve my emotions. Fitness has played a huge role in there. And also maintain um, uh, you know um, so working on my so what fitness, when I started on my fitness journey, I noticed my attitude improves, my mood improves. So I start getting better. Oh man, sneezing, allergies in the air, man. Come on. So I noticed I begin to get better. My relationships improve. By the way, that was another thing. God, yeah, one of those days. So my relationship improves. So my life begins to get better. Would I like it to move faster and happen at a faster rate? You bet. But it's a slow pace, like I said, and we have to continue on despite the slowness. Yeah. And also, I start to read spiritual materials from people who I could resonate with, People like Dr. Wayne Dyer, spiritual teachers, I could resonate with Dr. Wayne Dyer. Dr. Joseph Murphy, I could resonate with those guys. So I would listen to their materials, read them, listen to them, and so forth. So that was something that helps me a lot. Also, personal development, because I need to develop discipline, become more consistent, become more committed. I learned those from studying personal development materials. And I will tell you, these are the moves that you should make. These are things that you should do. These are things that you can get better at. You learn those through spiritual materials too, but spiritual material to me does something else for me as well. It makes me more compassionate, improves my emotions. So I am less likely to say things that I should not said or I do not want to say. Helps me a lot. Spiritual materials. So those three combined together can transform your life. They transform my life. Personal development, spirituality, and fitness transforms my life. Those are the things that help me to get out of the mess that I was in, the low state that I was in, creating more problems for myself and for the people around me. They improve my relationships, improve my attitude, improve my mood, improve my I wasn't, never mind, but improve my life overall. Yeah, makes me a better person. And like I said, I would like to see more rapid growth. Probably could work a lot harder, a lot faster, all of that stuff. Yeah, but it's slower than I thought it would be. It's really slow. And this is where I said a lot of people just decided to give up. Quitting doesn't guarantee success. Continue on does not really guarantee success either, but the chances of you getting there is a lot higher. Getting to where you want to go, it's a lot higher. Something, somewhere, somehow will happen at some time when it's supposed to. And it will get us into situations, perfect situations, right situations, get us around the right people, get us in the right places, you know, doing the right things. It will happen for us at some point. So we just have to almost become delusional at some point. I know some people don't like that word delusion, delusion, but there's a positive side to delusion. You have to almost be delusional. If you are in a place where it's nothing but poverty around you, and you decided to start telling yourself that you are wealthy, that's a whole lot of delusion there. But it's actually one of the best things you could ever do for yourself. Keep on telling yourself that you are poor, and we use the word I am in front of it. It's very dangerous. So that's why I stay away from using I am about any of those type of things. Like, like, oh, said I am rich, and the guy was like, well, not really, because you don't have the Lamborghini and the big house and the yacht and all of that stuff on the boat and the lake, whatever, blah blah blah, and the hot young sexy chick. You don't have all of that stuff. So quit talking about you are rich and being successful. You cannot listen to people like those, because if you do, you're gonna tell yourself, um, mhm. Right, exactly. So you have to, you have to tell yourself, this is who you are now. We have to keep on repeating this to ourselves over and over and over and over and over and over until at some point we convince ourselves that we are actually the success that we want to see. And that is what we are working on, convincing ourselves. So, working on ourselves day in, day out. And if you're not seeing the progress, don't quit so fast. Don't quit too soon. Wait a little bit then and show up. Show up every day and do the work. Yeah, you gotta take the action. So you gotta do what you need to be doing. And you might miss a day or so. Try not to miss too many days. When you start to miss a whole bunch of days, that's when you start to lose your discipline muscle begin to shrink, and we do not want that. We want to keep that discipline muscle strong because we need to get things done. Things need to be done here. Right, momentum. Big Mo, they call it, when and they say that, I think they say something like momentum is not jealous. They use another word, but simple. You have to keep momentum going because it will leave you and go to somebody else. Like a girl. Your girl does that all. You see women do it all the time. They call it monkey branching. Jump from you to the next guy. Just fucking bye. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter. You see, they do it with what's his name? The big football player guy. You see this happen all the time. But beside the point, once you get the momentum, you have to keep it going. That's why I prefer work slowly. Slow down and do the work. Try to speed up and work too fast, burnt out, leave it burn out, and then it takes too long to go back and start all over again. So move at a slow pace, I think, and I think this is where a lot of people cannot stand to move at a slow pace because you are not seeing the results that you would like to see because you're not working hard and on a massive scale. Slow down, work slowly, steady, steadily. Build the foundation, right? Slow and steady. It's like the turtle and the hare. You know, the turtle will win the race by just moving slowly. These are, these fables, Aesop's fables. They are, things that they are telling us. But because, and especially, in our world today, where we want everything fast. Oh my God, we need to get everything so done so fast. It's amazing. It's incredible. Slow down, move slow. And that is exactly, yep, they're timeless. And in our quick fast world today, Aesop's fables is not going to work out, for these people. But it doesn't change. Some things does not change. Slowing down is one of them. Start moving so fast. Take it easy. Be patient. And I think that's what we don't have. We don't like slow and patient. We like to move fast and get everything fast, and I like to slow down. So it's like, even when I'm running and I'm gonna run all these long distance, I understand I need to slow down so I can conserve my energy, and that's what I do. All right. But I am going to leave it there for tonight. But don't forget, like and subscribe, comment down below. But It's also extremely important to improve your life, change your life, become better than who you are, improve your attitude, improve your mood, improve your relationships, improve your vocabulary, improve your communications, develop your communication skills. Try not to talk bad about other people. Try not to talk crap to people, and try not to talk crap about people. That was a huge lesson I learned there along the way. I have to, keep on reminding myself not to do it, because the trigger is there to do that stuff. But I know it's not the right thing to do, so I don't. Well, all right then, folks. We're in here coming to you with a brand new video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for being here. Like tonight, I didn't want to show up, but I have to show up anyways, because it doesn't matter. I need to get, I need to show up. So I have to show up. Take care, folks.